Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakuraso here, coming at you guys with another banger Yu-Gi-Oh! Mark Watch for your Monday morning today. And we have buyouts that I've seen nobody cover yet right here on this channel. I'm going to let you know all that as well as more awesome stuff on the market. But before I begin, I bet you guys have heard this 1,000 times at this point. Smash that like button. Guys, 100 likes on this video. I know I ask that every market watch. We usually get 70, 80. So I'm going to ask about 25, 30 of you guys who usually don't like the video to hit that like button. It only takes a second. Subscribe if you are not already. Hey, if you got recommended this channel, you're going to love it. Just give me a chance. Hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss an upload. And thank you to my YouTube channel members. If you guys are a YouTube channel member that haven't seen my latest channel member video, go check it out, especially if you are a gifted member. Before, that expires, you get access to all those videos. So go make sure you can check them out. I will be doing another channel member video soon. And that channel member video was on what plats to grab. So if you guys want to, see that video, go ahead on over there after this. And with that being said, buying any cards off TCG, put use my link down in the description below. If you're using Whatnot, use my link down in the description below. You get $50 on your next purchase, and they have a lot of cool Yu-Gi-Oh cards there. And we're gonna get right into this here. So, I'm gonna attempt to pronounce this. Okay, I'm thinking about just calling it the Darkest Dragon Doom Rider and taking the way out, but I think this is called I feel like if I say this word, it's just something else is gonna come out, and I'm not even gonna try. 25 cents here, but they're really dollars here. And why am I going over this card? Well, Dragon Rulers have been playing this recently, and while this has a common, people are gunning towards the super rare. Once per turn, you detach 2 materials from this card. You target a face-up card on the field and destroy it. And if you destroy a monster, you can make one face-up monster you control gain attack to that destroyed monster's original level/rank times 300 until the end of the turn. So they can gain up to 3,600 basically. This is like a fun little card to really just OTK your opponent if they need to. This is also a quick effect if it has a dragon as a material, which with Dragon Rulers it is going to. So people are just making this as a face-up quick effect pop. It's pretty nice because you can also pop stuff like field spells. Doesn't have to be monsters. And popping the fields, using this to pop a field spell sometimes is quite nice. So people are getting this. If you have Dawn of Majesty bulk, hey, just so you know, you have probably a couple bucks in there. But I think this could go $3, $4 eventually. But remember, there is a common of this. Then we also have Mistaken Arrest. This has come back into the format until the end of your turn after this card resolves. Neither player can add cards from their decks to their hands except by drawing them. Whenever Droll is good, people also look at Mistaken Arrest. And while Droll has been used as a necessary evil before, sometimes Mistaken Arrest kind of does the same thing. This card is now bought out. $15 here, going up to $30. You do have other versions though, luckily, which you have the Maximum Gold, which as this sounds awful, these are dollars now, which, I mean, it's been enough time for them to be worth money. And then you also have a Premium Gold version. These are dollars as well. And these look quite ugly. They look very ugly. If you guys are wanting to get this card low rarity, trust me when I say this, just get the Maximum Gold rares. That Premium Gold shit looks disgusting. Also, if you guys want to make your own market watch graphs, right? You want to be a little market watcher in your own home, right? Guess what? I have the solution. Go to TCG Creator. It's going to be linked at the top of the description. It'll take you to this, and you can make your own graphs. You can log in, make your own account, and it's wonderful. And guys, whenever you buy a card off TCG Player using my affiliate link or click, it helps support. But when you click these, it automatically uses my affiliate link, and you can go over what we go over in today's Market Watch. So go check that out. Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Tiger King. Now, we know that Bear got the QC treatment in Stampede, but that's the only thing that got the QC treatment. Right now, your unlimiteds are $10, $11, $12, but they quickly go to $20, $21 here, all the way up to $48, $50 by the bottom of this page. If you guys want to be prepared for hat format, you want your Brotherhood of the Fire Fist cards, I'm telling you right now, does it have the first edition stamp? No, but it's $10 to $12, which for this card, it used to always be around 20s. But some of these older format ultis, they can't really compare, so they dropped like a year and a half, 2 years ago, when everything started calming down in 2023, from the buyouts of the COVID, 2021, the lockdowns, all of that. But right now, they do go back up to 48.50. All the first eds are bought out, basically, besides that one. As you can see here, $49, $70. I told people to grab first editions of this card when they were $12, $13, $14. If you did, good job, you made some money. But if you want to grab this ulti before it skyrockets, because let's be real, if first eds could be $48 going up to $70, unlimiteds could easily be $25, $30. So I would get those at $9 to $12 while you can. Could this card get a Starlight in the future? It's possible, but C104, Umbral Horror Masquerade. This card has been going up like a lot of the other, C1 or whatever cards because of how they can be used. But right now, this is actually being used in K9. When this card is special summoned, you target a spell or trap on the field, you destroy the target. And if it has a number 104 as XYZ material, it gains this effect. Once per turn during the player's turn, when a monster effect is activated on your opponent's side of the field, you detach material in the gate, and then you can send one random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. And if you do, halve your opponent's life points. That's just funny to me. I forgot that this card has so much. You negate the effect, but instead of destroying it, you send another card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard, and then you halve their life. I think that's very, very cool here. In fact, 104 is something we're going to read up on as well here. I should have actually pulled it up. But right now, these are $50, $60. This card was, $9, $10, and then it spiked right on up. 6 months ago, it was a $3 ulti. You never know what card is going to be worth a lot of money. If we go to number 104 here, the supers are pretty cheap. Still like $2 here, so, you do have access to it. These supers, by the way, are like $35 going up to $40. Hopefully it calms down. I also want to see what Chronomaly is at today. Because we've been talking about that card on the channel quite a bit as well. Ultras right now are, if we go near mint, verified. They're about, you got one here for cheap for $2, but really they're $4 today. About $4, going up to $5 here, but you do have that little wall at $4, which is not too bad. If we see the sales data here, yeah, this is getting bought out quite a bit here. It does have the common to balance out, unlike C104 and 10, unfortunately, but yeah, if you got this at $1, you still won pretty big. Tuning QC, I completely forgot if I went over this card. I really, really did. But they're 25 if you don't know because of all the Synchron hype. Check out my last Market Watch if you did not. I know that a lot of people, whenever they miss a Market Watch, they'll just be like, oh, I'll wait till the next one. But I never really like to go over the same card a second time. Usually I'll copy maybe 1 or 2 cards. But that's to look back on it, and that's about it. So every Market Watch I have is usually pretty different, if you did not know. So don't think that I'm going over the same cards in the next Market Watch. No, my Market Watches, they're usually fresh for a couple days, I would say. Maybe not like a week or 2, because then the numbers could be very different. But just want to let you guys know, check out my last Market Watch if you haven't. Meows secrets today are 70. Well, we're gonna go verified because, oh boy. All right, verified, 71 going up to $75 for your Mulcharmy Meows. I told people $40, you want to grab it. If you didn't grab it at 40, well, too bad. It's so sad. Your staples are costing a lot more money now. This card was way too cheap at 40. I said the same thing with Perulia. I said, when a lot of people were like, oh no, Flawless is going to be the best. We're not going to really run many of the other Charmies. And no matter the OCG results or the upcoming best decks or any type of logic, people will always sleep on the Charmies, unless you're part of my subscribers, because you guys are very smart. Also, I keep thinking these things are like tuners for some odd reason, and they're not. Red Eyes Black Full Metal Dragon QC, if you don't know, this card is bought out at $95, $100, go up to $115 here. I know that this might sound odd to you guys here, but I just want this card because it's Red Eyes. Very cool Red Eyes card. I really like Red Eyes. I think Red Eyes is very underrated just in general. It looks very cool. Speaking of Red Eyes, I want to look up on a buyout that happened, which was Starlight Dragoon and QC Dragoon. $50 here for your QC. So they have gone down from that $60 mark, but they're still about $50 here. Remember, if you guys are looking for good seal to open, Rarity Collection 2, and I'm just going to show this right here. You have boxes for like 73. You got 50, 38, 38, which, going low on listings. 36, 32, 40, now, or 30. Remember, you get 4 QCs because there's no nostalgia pool. You get 4 QCs. So do remember, the pull rates are pretty good. 30, 25, which Spirited going down is actually quite shocking. Magician Souls is like 26, 27. Crow's like 26, 27. Ogre's $21. I think it's a little lower because of the original going, getting printed in Stampede. So now you have two versions. Still no alternate art Ghost Spell QC, by the way. 20 on the Ultimate Slayer, 20 on Heraldic, 20. This should be a lot higher, but they are very cheap right now if you want to grab your Book of Eclipses, because we know that card's been 30, 35 before. 18 on the Access, 20 on the Phantasme, 18 on Illusion, 16, 17 on Chimera. Still very good for a super poly target there. And White Forest plays it as well. 16 on Gold Sark, 16 on another super poly target. Your Book of Moons are 15. Your warnings for Mitsubutis, as Jay says, $15. $15 on Pressure Planet, 15. Guys, you get the point. There's a lot of good QCs you could actually pull from here. So if you're really looking to get some good sealed, I mean, this set even has like good PCRs, and like PURs are worth money too. So there's always whenever I open up a box for fun, I always usually make my money back, even if the pulls aren't that great. Your Dragoon Starlights, though, are 152 today, so they are quite a bit of money. Magician of Bonds and Unity, if you guys did not know, this is completely bought out from Age of Overlord. I actually think this is the one that should have been worth a lot of money here, and you could like literally see one sold here for $97, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, someone came in here on the 25th, and they said, we're just going to buy all of them. I feel like this is the same person. Because if you look at like I don't know, maybe people are buying on the 16th for collectability, but yeah, this card is fresh off the market. I want to check up on the other ones. Personally, the Age of Overlord one, like I said, would be the best one. And why Saki would this be the best one? Well, I'll tell you why. Whenever I look at these Magician of Bonds and Unities, I look at the set itself and I think to myself, can the sealed of this go up in price? Which Age of Overlord did. It could. Okay, a lot of the QCs out there, are probably going to go up, especially if they're collectible. So that's why I think this Bonds of Unity was going to be worth the most. I really wish we could see the other ones. In fact, we're just going to do that right now here. Magician of Bonds and Unity. They're going to make us scroll. That sucks. 100 here. You've got the one from Duelist Nexus at, how much is this? 92, 118. The QCs in Duelist Nexus are really good to grab, but the unfortunate part is there's literally nothing else besides the QCs. Where's the other ones here? Yep, you got Legacy of Destruction, about 80, 80, 90 there. Got Nightmare at 60 here, so these are going to get bought out. I actually think these for 60 aren't that bad, because Phantom Nightmare was a very popular set and still is. We actually have quite a bit of good cards in here. Like, even the steel boxes are kind of low here. I actually want to see if there's anything. Okay, so there's something here. Veidos. All right. I love adding cards to the Marco Watch, by the way. I really do. Black Goat. Really need a reprint of that card. Very, very badly. Oh, even the normal Veidos is going lower. Huh. I wonder if this is just because of Ashened or something else. Because if I see the girl going up, which she's right here, I don't really see her going up, but we're going to click her anyway. Where's the QC of her? Right here. We'll just take a look here. So, Veidos, the Eruption Dragon, these are back to $100? 110? 150? Okay. I don't know why this card is getting bought out right now, but as you guys could see here, people are buying up these copies here. I think it's because this card is also a little generic, and I want to explain its effect for those who don't know. During the main phase, this card's in your hand. You can target a field zone. A card in the field zone, basically a field spell, right? You're targeting a field spell. Special, unless Konami puts like this Crystal Beast ass type deck where they place in the field zone, which, you know what? I probably spoke that into existence. That sounds terrible. But one card in the field zone. Like, can you imagine there was a bad ruling, by the way? Can you just imagine? Like, oh, they put like some type of like Crystal Beast in the field zone, whenever they make some type of effect that could do that, and you're trying to activate Veidos, and they're like, oh, it says field spell, so you can't activate that. So maybe that's why they have this as wording, because Konami's like, maybe we want to make cards be able to put themselves in the fucking field zone, right? Like, this game's not complicated enough. Anyway, rant over. Special from this card to your opponent, opponent's field. If you do destroy the card, then you add to your hand or set one Ashen continuous trap from the deck. And this card is sent from your opponent's field to your graveyard. You destroy all monsters on the field. So what you're able to do is you're able to basically put a ticking time bomb of a dark hole, and you interrupt the spell. Plus, you can set an Ashen continuous trap, which I don't know if there's like something good you could like set if you were to play this, but I guess this is going up for a meta choice. Where's Veidos here? Secrets are, you got 2 here cheap for 12s, then you got 20 bucks. All right, cool. And then it goes up to 25, all the way up to like 40 here. So lower listings on this. Black Goat Laughs here. Secrets are like 37 today. Very, very good card. I just really like this card. Would love a reprint. You got the Priestess here at like $2. Yeah, I'm assuming people are playing Veidos as like a fun tech. QCs are 35 because I'm not seeing anything else with Ashened. Also, have you guys hit that like button yet? With the information I provide and the joy and the love that I give you guys, you got to hit that like button. Also, let me know what you think in the comment section below of this market watch, what cards I'm going over, what cards surprise you. Not only does it help me in the algorithm, but I respond or heart most of my comments. So, hey, come over, hang out in the comment section. You know it. And if you guys want, recommend my channel as well. Share it, all that. Mulcharmy Fuwalos QCs. Right now, they're like $4.15. There's like no verifieds of this. And I was very shocked to kind of see that. I guess a lot of people are like, well, this is going to be a card with staying power unless it gets banned. This should be worth a lot of money. I'm telling you right now, because people are seeing this. Okay, I clicked platinum. Sometimes when you search something, the direct is wrong. $25 for your plats. I'm telling you guys this right now. I do see these plats going up to 40, 50 eventually. You heard it here first. If you want these plat Fuwalos, they're right here. Azamina, Mo, Regina, QC. This is 36 here, going up to 40, $41 here. When I play White Forest, personally, I actually really like making this, especially because you can literally just reborn something, which is really good. So if you have to use like your Omni Negate or something, you can just reborn this, and it's pretty nice. So I really do like that. But that's just me. Very nice looking QC. Drillbeam, today they're like $11, but you have a lot of unverifieds here. It's really a 15 going up to a $20 card here. I mean, you do have a wall here at 19 for 10, and then you have a random light play for 508 there, which we're not going to discuss that. Why is this card going up? Because we know Lordy Load is getting reprinted in about 2 weeks. And what's going to go up? The cards that we know are not going to be reprinted, like Drillbeam, right? Unless they put it in there. So I've talked about this many, many times. I know you guys are sick and tired of it. Same with Ether Barrel. This card's probably going to go up as well. If we go verified near mint here, this card will probably go up further and further. $30 going all the way up to, 35. But it'll be 40, 50 bucks. I'm telling you right now. Nash Knight from Legendary Duelist. This card's also going up because of K9 and another deck as well. That's playing it with something with Tachyon. $3 for your supers. These were bulk, so if you have Legendary Duelist from the deep, hey, these are worth money. And it's funny because this box is really, really bad. Like 26 bucks. You don't really have much you could pull in here anymore, unfortunately. But if you did buy a box and you pulled 7 Tachyon back when this card was $40, $50, $60, or even $30, and you probably pulled like 1 or 2 of these and 1 or 2 of these, you have anywhere from like 4, because you probably pulled at least 1 and 2, so 1 plus 3. Actually, these are $2 now. Wow, I have it pulled right here too. So you have at least $5 to $10 worth in your supers if you bought 1 box here. If you bought multiple boxes hunting for like others, like 7 Ascension, hey, you made some money. I will say, I did tell people this box at $30 to hunt either 7th Ascension was not that bad, because the bulk in here is not that bad. Giant Hand was supposed to be a good super, but they made it a QC, which, by the way, if you actually like this card, the QC is quite cheap. Unlike the game super rare, which $630 could be a lot worse. I actually do want one of these, but I don't want to pay $600. I almost got one for $420, but it just wasn't the heart of the cards. QCs are $3 today. Already went over that. Trident Dragon. If you guys don't know, there's been some Tenpai hype. And right now, the secrets are $8 to $9 here. There are big walls here, but this card was a $4 or $5 card. Was really cheap, and now has gone up. You have Tenpai Genroku. We went over this card when it was $15 to $20. And right now, $7 to $8. So this card isn't cheap anymore. I always told people this was a very good $1 to $2 pickup for... Every time I went over it, I said this was a very good ultra to have. And if you did learn, good job, you made some money. Pydras today are like 13, 14 bucks today. Not too bad. Fenrir Ultimate Rare. So, I actually forgot about this card because I assumed they made it a QC, right? Same with Chaos Angel and all that and Stampede. And they haven't. Right now, they're $30. I think that this is a card that could get the Starlight Drawer treatment. I really, really do, because that's what they're going to start doing. But ultis at 30 are not too bad if you do want this card. Herald of Orange Light, you got a light play here, unverified at 80, and then 113, 125, 150. So Orange Lights are very expensive, but remember, the second highest rarity, I want to call it, is a super, and it's like $1. Okay, you're just not going to show me. Great. Because, yeah, the next highest... Yeah, I mean, I guess you have Shatterfoil here, and then the rares are a little high from, like, older stuff. But really, in reality, it's just a super. They're, like, dollars here. And the sales history on this... I mean, it's a lot. It's weird. This is the card that confuses me a lot, because the sales history is always a lot. Like, we could scroll down here and see the numbers 1 through 5, because for some reason 5 is a key number. Same with 4. And we could see that, hey... people are buying this card a lot. 12 copies there. What's going on? Well, I don't know. I guess like OTS 20 was just very overprint. Chaos Sorcerer here, supers are about $12 for your unlimiteds, but if you want to look at your first editions, you have 13 for lightly played and then 20 for your near mints. This card not being a QC was criminal. They gave us BLS, but not Chaos Sorcerer. Shame on you, Konami. I mean this, okay? Shame on you. I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like this is a card. We got very gimped on some of the QCs. And I feel like maybe Konami was thinking that we would maybe vote this instead of Petite Moth. But they should know not to trust Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. I was talking to someone the other day about how we had the created card, not created card, but, you know, pick a archetype for support back in like 2018, 2019. If you guys don't remember that, Konami put on Twitter, hey, what archetype should we give support? And they had some weird stuff. They had like Heraldic Beasts, not Heraldic Beasts, but they had Hazy Flames there. They had Light Swarm, they had Insector, they had, I think, like Counter Fairies was one. And they had a lot of stuff, and then they all got botted, and then somehow Insector won. So Grand Creators came out in 2019, and they're like, oh, we're gonna give Insector support, and instead of giving Insector support, these fucking idiots, all right, and this is the fault of Konami, decided, oh, we did all this to give them one single card, and that card is considered a one of. Yeah, the player base screwed itself by giving Insectors a terrible fucking spell card when they could have voted for a better archetype, and it was just really bad. And I should probably do a history on that, on like 10 years later, because I was there for all the aftermath. If you guys remember that, please let me know in the comment section below, because it feels like a hazy dream sometimes. In fact, I actually do want to look at one more version of Chaos Orc. I want to look at the Turbo Pack here. What are y'all today right now? You have damage for 70. Why do you have so many damaged copies? That's kind of wild. You have light. Wow. Okay, you have near mids for 300. I actually have a VLP that I spent 125 on. So yeah, this card is just extinct. I'm gonna be fully honest here. I probably want to keep mine forever. But if they show me $500-600 for this card, I might fold. I might fold. If someone else says, like, if this goes to, like, hey, 500 right now. Look, I gotta take that 300, like, that $500. I just throw that in the stock market, and, hey, that's a nicer car in the future. Oh, man. I don't know how you guys feel, but sometimes with these cards, look, I love being a collector. I love having my own personal stuff. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards could sometimes go to a certain number that is so ridiculous that it's like, all right, as an adult, I gotta make the right decision here. I mean, at least we have the supers. In fact, I sold my super, so I don't have supers. In fact, I think I don't even know where I'd have to find my commons somewhere. I'd probably even want a Dark Revelation copy or like a Toon Chaos. I actually do like this rare. Oh, by the way, them not making this a CR, Konami, you're so stupid. The Toon Chaos was such a great set though. Such a wonderful set. I still have this sealed, by the way. Is there anything wild going in Toon Chaos that we need to be aware of besides the ridiculous price of sealed? I'll be honest, OG Pod Desires, OG CRs at like $7-8. That's really good. What's the QC at? Okay, it's not going to show me. That's fine. What is QC at? $12. 13. Not too bad. Anyway, Jirachian has been going up even higher. The QCs are about at 88, 90, 105. Am I shocked? No, this card's way too good. The Ultras I've been selling down to about $2.50, $3. I think it could still go up to a $5 card, but if you got this at one singular dollar, you're winning. So it doesn't matter. Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. Now, shout out to Jade. This is a card that me and him both love. Like, it's one of his favorite cards. It's one of my favorite cards. And I saw him cover this in his last Market Watch, which, if you don't know, fresh off the press, yo, you're living under a rock, all right? Second best Market Watcher. Just kidding. I'm not number one either. So, you know, but Red Eyes Flare Dragon, he went over this in his Market Watch. Right now, they're 15, going up to 20, 25. And I remember I was telling him, I'm like, you know what? This card goes up and down. This card gets bought out, and then nothing happens, and it gets relisted. I'm pretty sure this has happened like 3-4 times now. Like, you can see the graph is kind of up and down with its averages, too. This is a good card. I don't know if maybe Dragon Lord is finally playing it because it's 2 level 7s, but this is a card that will not only win in time, but you have to remember that inflicting 500 damage to your opponent after it resolves is not bad, because you have to remember your opponent has 16 cards to play. If you can protect this somehow, or make it so that if they fight through this, they barely have any life, it's amazing. Very, very good here. In fact, I will look at the ulti. I will say I like the QC, but the Ghost and ulti look way too good too. Guess we're just going to have to search through. We're going to look at the Ghost here, and then we're going to look at the ultimate rare. Tell me that doesn't look cool. Tell me that doesn't look cool. What are some of your favorite ultis, by the way? Maybe I'll go over some, like, at the end of the next Market Watch. Yeah, 18 for an ulti. Look, I'm going to be honest, QC looks good, but guys, this is like the last... I remember Clash of Rebellions, I believe, is the last set that had good ulti foiling. And ultis in our core sets. I can't believe it's been a decade since that happened. Konami, step it the fuck up and bring these back. Don't annoy me. Like, if I ever own Konami, that's what I would do. You have unlimited tier for 12. It's not too bad. That's kind of cheap. And then the Ghost Rares. Let's go near mint light play. And you know what? I only want first. What are these at? 21, $50 going up to 60s. Not bad. Beautiful looking Ghost Rare. All right, and the last card we have is Kuraz, the Light Mark. So before we go over this card, boys, if you haven't hit that like button yet, please hit that like button. Look, I know this is going to sound unrealistic, all right? But just bear with me here. Usually my Market Watch will either get about 1,100, like on a low day, all the way up to 1,800. It would be super cool if half the people hit that like button, right? That takes a lot, right? Especially because I think like nobody ever finishes Market Watches to the end, or they skip around. Guys, imagine if I get a Market Watch with like 300 likes. I think I would come. I probably would come. And I already came today. But you know what? I'd come again. Or in the morning when I see this. So hit that like button. Join our Discord in the description below. It's an awesome place to be. Check out all the sponsors as well. Like, you know, TCG Card Creator, all that. Subscribe. You guys know the deal. Now we're going to get to the last buyout here. So when this card's summoned, you turn up to 2 cards on the field, you destroy them, and if you do, each player can draw 1 card for each of the cards they control that was destroyed by this effect. This card cannot attack during the turn it is summoned. Right now, your ultis are 28, but they do go up to 44. So if you want this ulti while it's cheap, I would definitely grab this. We do have the new Monarch stuff coming, and I think people are just making their move. This does have a QC, but I guess people don't care. The ulti does look very nice, though. You also have the Duels League promos, which are, like, kind of cool. And then you have, like, Plats, which are, like, you know, pennies. The QC, $5. Can't really lose on $5, can you? And with that being said, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. All that jazz. Check out the sponsors. Let me know what cards I am going over in the next comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.